Hallo, es geht weiter mit der Hundred Line Last Defense Academy. Wir persuaden jetzt den Dude. Ja, das war's. Mehr Introduction gibt's glaube ich nicht. Also, ja, weiter geht's. Und vielleicht muss ich auch mit dem wieder reingehen in den Tab. Why I won't fight? Because I'm scared, obviously. After filling up on the sandwiches I had brought him, Gaku revealed the reason why he won't fight. I mean, how is it not scary? What the hell are those invader monsters anyway? They're like straight from a manga. There's no way I can face them. I'd rather get kicked out of school than have to fight them. If you get kicked out, you're guaranteed to die. Isn't it better to fight and live longer then? Ich frage mich halt echt, wie man den da überzeugen soll, das zu machen. I'm telling you, I can't help it, I'm scared. How can all of you be fine fighting those monsters? You're the ones who are crazy, not me. Must have a couple screws loose. It's not like we want to fight either, but we have no other choice if we want to protect what matters to us the most. We don't defend the school. Everyone in the Tokyo residential complex is in danger. I mean, don't you have people you care about? If we don't fight the invaders here, they might be killed. The people I care about? I don't have anyone like that. What? But your family? I don't have a family. I'm an orphan who was abandoned as a baby. I worked and survived at the poor group home that took me in. Put myself falling silent. I had no idea Gaku had such a past. I see. Sorry, I didn't know. Whatever. I don't really care. Besides, being an orphan isn't all bad. Because all I gotta do is look out for myself. I don't give a crap about the Tokyo residential complex. But are you sure? If the Tokyo residential complex goes down, everyone dies. You might not have family, but surely you have people you don't want to see die. I told you I don't. I struggle enough looking after myself. Been like this my whole life. I only look out for number one. Okay, we're done here. Go home. Wait, hold on. Just hear me out. I told you I won't fight. If you want me to risk my life so much, and bring me money. Money's the only thing I risk my life for. Give me a fat stack of bills, then we'll talk. Money. Judge me all you want. I don't care what people say. This is how I live my life. If you're not gonna pay me, then get the heck out of here. Shoo, shoo. Okay, gut. Whack. Gaku pushed me right out of his room. Ich meine, er könnte auch einfach den Pfand einlösen. Ja. Well, that didn't work. I think the only way he'll hear me out is if I actually bring him money. But nobody has money here. We're basically brought here with just the clothes on our backs. I can't pay him money. Maybe I can give him some sort of gift instead. I have to bribe him with something else. In any case, I need to get him to open up to me. Let me try making a gift for Gaku using the gift-o-matic in the rec room. What will get him to open up to me? What's something he wants? Something with monetary value? No point in trying to think of something on my own. I'll go ask the others and see if they have any ideas. Die sind wieder alle in den Räumen. Darumi wird keine... War sie nicht, wenn sie jetzt in derselben Position ist, dann ist sie... Ich jetzt das erstmal in die falsche Richtung. Also wo ich nach... Oder wäre ich am Anfang in die richtige gegangen, meine ich eher. Anscheinend. Oder? Ja. Look, Takumi, look what I found. What's that? A surgical scalpel. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. I rummaged through the debris and activated a whole surgery kit. Yeah, I can't believe it. I found such a nice blade. It must be my lucky day. I think of how much easier I can do my cutting. Okay. Darumi swung around the scalpel as she ran down the hallway. It's acting like a psychotic slasher. Ich glaube, das hilft nicht. So, Training Room. Du willst mir doch sicherlich helfen können, oder? Something Gaku might want. What about some needles and thread? Needles and thread? Apparently Gaku's good at sewing, and he doesn't seem like no amateur. Once he looked at the embroidery on my jacket and got all worked up. He was like, not bad embroidery, but I can do something like that easy. So Gaku can sew. I'm surprised that Gaku has such a domestic side to him. Where do you think he learned how to sew? Well, he's the oldest of a big family. After having to sew up the clothes his brothers ripped up day in, day out, he's just got good at it. Big family? That's not what he told me. He said he was an orphan. Apparently he's got over 20 siblings. Like, holy shit, right? But I guess every family's got their issues. Wait a second, maybe those are the other foster kids living in the group home. But if that's the case, turns out he's got a family after all. Make a note of that. Gaku's got a family of foster siblings. Okay, Eito, was hast du zu sagen? A present for Gaku? What about clothes? Clothes. I guess his outfits are always patched up. He doesn't have a lot of clothes or the money to buy more. I see. So he doesn't have the means. So I think he'd be very happy if you gave him clothes. But I can't just bring him any old clothes. It has to be something he likes. I'm going to get him clothes. I need to research his tastes. Danke, Eito. Warum spreche ich mit ihr? Was bringt sie mir? Was bringt das mir? I peeked into the war room and saw Hiroko typing something on the computer with a serious look on her face. What are you doing, Hiroko? I'm looking over footage of past battles and making a record. A record? A record of how many invaders and which commanders we took out. Basically, I'm creating objective data detailing how much we've contributed to this war. She's even doing administrative work. She might be hard to get along with, but she's certainly brilliant and capable. Isn't that a lot of work? Obviously. You think I want to do this boring work? Well, I don't, but it's still important. We need to keep these kind of records. But they might try to shortchange us when it comes to our reward when the war's over. Reward? Didn't I mention it? These invaders have a pretty nice bounty on their heads. That's what Sirei said, at least. That's true, then we're not fighting for free. That's why I'm documenting all this for you, so that doesn't happen. So there are rewards for taking out the invaders. I might be able to use this information later when I'm trying to get Gaku on board. By the way, do you know if there's anything Gaku might want? Sorry, never mind. Okay, I'm starting to get an idea of what present to get for Gaku. Present for Gaku? What about clothes? Gaku always wearing patched up clothes, so gift related to clothing might be good. Although giving him clothes isn't a good plan. Sure, he has his own taste and style, and the chance of him liking whatever clothes I pick out are low. Apparently Gaku's good at sew, and he doesn't seem like no amateur. According to Takamaru, Gaku can sew and pretty well at that. And what about giving him a sewing kit? I'd be able to make whatever clothes he wants, and even keep wearing his current clothes by mending them whenever he needs to. I searched the gift-o-matic for sewing related gifts. After a few minutes of searching, sewing kit. Sewing kit, this looks good. Materials I need are needles, thread, scissors and cotton. That's a lot of materials. Gathering them all is gonna be a pain. I was wandering around some ruins when I found an old hospital. Mein Kiefer hat gerade wehgetan. Ouch. I rummaged through the debris and excavated a whole surgery kit. The place Darumi found was a surgical facility. They might have needles and thread for stitching. Also sure to have scissors. And if there are medical cotton pads, they might work in place of the cotton. Okay, I'll go exploring tomorrow. I'll have Darumi show me the abandoned hospital so I can gather the materials. Okay. Dann machen wir das. Warte, was bis Day 16 oder 17, dass wir alle überredet kriegen müssen? Ready to go find more scalpels for my cutting, Takumi? Hey! You mean to look for materials to make Gaku's presents, Darumi? Okay. Begin exploration. Yes. Ich hoffe, man hat das Schnipsen. Liebe es. Die Fingerpistolenpose von ihr. Okay, take me to that hospital, Darumi. Yo, okay, but don't get mad at me if I get lost. Ah, okay. Good search start. Ranged seeds of one jump and try to catch them. Spinning seed.
Yes.
Okay. Find lots of abandoned home appliances. Dismantle a washing machine. Domino took damage. Ah. So Stein. Look at the flowers. Not pumice stone.
We did it.
5. Enemy approach. Yep. Enemy appeared, meine ich. Ja, Darumi sweept das oder so. Lieber aber die Musik, by the way, von den Skirmishes.
It's killing game time.
It's killing game time. Super.
Fine.
Okay. Also meine Idee ist
Here we
jetzt,
go.
jetzt kill ich den, kriege AP wieder,
Good to go.
dann den,
Take that. Got it. Let's do this.
den kriege ich nicht, glaube ich. Nee. Ich meine die hier.
I've got this.
Okay. Gut. So. Bist du? Ja, du kommst in Range. Unglücklich.
Here we go.
Das war's mit dem. Gut. You win. Perfekt. Okay. Backstone. You find an old cassette player on the ground. Looks like it still works. Play the tape. HP recovered und einen cassette player bekommen.
This looks
Nice.
good.
Find ruins of an old look at the flowers. Human stone wieder.
Yes.
Keine 2. Eine 1. Ja, eine 1 ist in Ordnung. See a red light floating up ahead. Could it be a ghost? Follow it. Nothing happened. Hier. You got needles, thread, scissors and cotton. Ah. Alright, I got all the materials. Okay, can we go home then? Getting bored. I just want to go back to my room and play depressing eroges. Nice. Wir haben gewonnen. Im Leben. Yup. Sewing kit. Craft sewing kit, yes. Crafting complete.
Aha.
Yes, the sewing kit's done. Immediately headed to Gaku's room with the newly made gift. Doesn't matter how many times they come over, I'm never going to fight those invaders. Already convinced me with a sack full of money. The heck is this, a sewing kit? Wait, you're giving this to me? Yes, I figured out you could use the sewing kit to make whatever clothes you wanted. Or you can just keep mending the clothes you already have. You're good at sewing, right? Alright, I gotta admit, this is pretty thoughtful. I just had noticed some holes in my clothes. Yes, that's a pretty good reaction. I can tell Gaku's expression is softening. Look, I feel bad for saying this after you gave this to me and all, but I still can't fight with you. I'm seriously terrified of those invaders. You can see, I'm not exactly the big macho Chad type. No, I'm not asking you to fight in just in exchange for this gift. Or like a gift so I could get a chance to talk to you some more. Gaku, would you mind telling me why you're so against fighting? On persuasion time. Oh, why I won't fight isn't it obvious?
Hey!
Because I'm freaking terrified.
I get dragged to this completely insane place, and then they tell me to go fight these monsters.
Ich liebe diese Stellen, by the
What am
way.
I supposed to do? What
Super.
even are these invaders? They look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter how much you ask, I can't and I won't. I mean, you tell me. How can you guys even...
You'll make bank if you fight. Yep.
Gaku, if you fight, you can make money.
What? Make money? According to Hiroko, every invader you bag nets you a bounty reward. If you fight the invaders with us, you'll be able to make some serious cash. No freaking way. You're saying this could be a way out of being broke? No, not just that. You actually have a chance of hitting a bit big and getting rich. Nur 30%? Gaku, come fight with us. Get through this war and make a ton of cash. He said my hand and urged him to participate in coming battles, but Gaku wouldn't take my hand and said he averted his gaze and bit his lip. What's the matter? You don't want money? Yeah, I do, real bad. Do you have any idea how long I've been broke? I'll gladly risk my life, no, 2 of my lives for a big payout. Then, if I decide to would fight here and help you take out the invaders, and all those bastards in the Tokyo residential complex would be safe too. Isn't that a good thing? No way, it's not fair. Not fair. I told you I'm an orphan, right? I grew up poor in a group home. You may not know this, but society is pretty much treats you like dirt when you're a poor orphan. No matter how much I asked for help, those jerks in the complex never even gave me the time of day.
They didn't help me, so why should I help them? How is that fair?
Fair? Now it's not the time to be thinking about fair. Shut up! Grew up in a happy family, I don't want to hear crap from you. Gaku started breathing heavily as she shut me down. Headed towards the society that abandoned him is Gaku's true reason for not fighting. They never agreed to join us until this hatred is addressed.
Hey!
Gaku, I'm here if you want to talk about it. I love to know everything you've been through. I had to ask Gaku about his past to see if I could find a way to change his mind.
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex? 17! I was working 24/7, 365 days a year. I worked every day until I was about to collapse, and I don't have a single penny to my name. It all went to running the group home. I never got any time to myself.
Bad.
Well,
Shit.
I want to help you.
Shut up, I don't need your help. If you're sorry, then give me money. After that, you can bring me a rich girl with huge knockers. Big shallow empathy has the opposite effect. Oh good, I failed. Hey, look at... Retry. Yup.
You want to know how 7? I worked every day
Sounds like you
until I was
had it
about
hard.
to collapse.
Okay, das
And I don't have
Okay, das auch nicht. Yep. Time to retry it.
You want to know how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex?
17.
I was working 24/7, 300. I worked. It all went to running the group home. Isn't that messed up? So I asked adults for help to show some love to our home, but we got nothing. Politicians ignored our request for assistance. I went to companies to ask for donations and got tea thrown in my face. There's no way I'm gonna help any of them. I wish they'd all die. I will never, ever, ever fight for...
Save your siblings. Okay, gut, das war's.
Save your siblings.
My siblings. Takamaru told me. You're the oldest in the group home, and you have a lot of foster siblings. Complex that get destroyed, they all die. You're fine letting the invaders massacre your entire family? Gaku fell silent. He seemed rattled. Much as he seems to hate the complex at large, there's no way he'd just abandon his family. He's bound to change his mind once he realizes his siblings are in danger. No, I'm still not fighting. What? I even care if your whole family gets killed? They're not my family. It's not like we're blood related. They're just strangers who happen to live in the same group home as me. What's wrong with you? You may not be blood related, but you're still family. No. Not only are they not family, they're a huge burden. I've had to suffer my entire life because of those stupid brats. Just thinking about me ticks me off. They freaking used me. If it weren't for them, my life wouldn't be as miserable. Those brats can go die.
I hope the invaders kill every single one of those brats.
Was zur Hölle? Glaub, what's with this guy really? Get his anger towards the Tokyo residential complex, but his family as well. We went through the same hardships. Gaku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me? Need to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try again.
The reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings.
Well,
Every cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even afford to buy a single shirt. And despite all that, they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food or snacks. They treated me like a slave. If anything broke, they figured I'd fix it. They ripped their shirt, Gaku will mend that too. I must have mended their clothes thousands of times.
Sounds like a
and stay up
mom.
all
Ist, glaube ich,
night
nicht
just
die
to
richtige
sew for
Antwort.
them. They're little parasites that drained me of my time and money. If it weren't for them, I would have had free time and money for myself. I could have bought new clothes, eaten some good food, maybe even moved out on my own. Oh, give me back my time and damn it, just die! Die, 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 die!
Oh. Was?
Enough already.
Ich hasse Gaku, ne? Ey. It turned into such a piece of trash because society sucks. All society's fault, not mine. Nothing. Retry. Oh mein Gott. Buster war ja noch angenehm, aber Gaku.
I'm the one work, and despite all that, they just complained. They treat, if any, I must have mended their clothes thousands.
Oh mein Gott. Ist alles falsch, was er ihm sagt. Oh Gott. Hätten die mich nicht.
And despite all that, they treated, if any, I must have mended their clothes
Wehe, die Antwort ist that just how kids are.
Damn it! Just die, die. The invaders can. I wouldn't even.
Ernst? Ja, ach, nix sagen ist einfach. Damn it, die. They can all die. They all deserve to die. They all should just die. But then why? Why is it that I imagine them being killed? I start crying. Because you don't want them to die, not really. If you think about it, I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life. Family is not about benefits, you should know that better than anyone. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings. Want me to save the little brats who ruined my life? And at life sucked. I was a panty thief. Was I a panty thief in my previous life? So.
Gaku, if you don't want to help the Tokyo residential complex, that's fine. I'm not doing this to save the world either. Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about.
Took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes.
You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your hate. Just fight to protect what matters most to you. Like me, for the ones waiting for you at the group home.
Just fight for your family.
Just fight for your family.
Damn. That's crazy. Haben wir das. Persuasion complete. I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know. My own parents didn't want me. So who needs family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump for them? Even now, they could be a million miles away for all I know. My whole life, I've had to sacrifice everything for their sake. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them, their family. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know. Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. They're asking too much for you to fight for them too. Sorry, but can you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this. Sure, I understand. Thanks, man. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now. Wow. Day 15. Dong, ding, dong. Gehen wir jetzt wieder Rise and Shine. Adam Troops.
Time to rise rise and shine!
Ja, Siri, ne?
Get ready for your 50th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Prepare to spend another day
Enduring the unendurable and suffering the insufferable.
To pave the way for humanity's future greatness. Be ready
Ready to give your lives to protect our beloved school from the vile and barbaric enemy. Yep. Yep. The announcement played like usual, and I got out of bed, feeling like it would just be another morning. But then, ding dong. Huh? Who could that be? Open the door and welcome my guests inside. Ah. How did you like the meatloaf? A real taste of home, right? Just like Mama used to make. There's a reason for it. I sliced your mother up into little pieces and put her in the... Just kidding. You've been Darumi. Bruh. Why so serious?
Hey!
Yeah, sure, you got me. Did you want something or did you just come here to prank me? Don't shoot the messenger, bro. Mistress Hiroko sent me on important business. Mistress Hiroko? She wants you and me and Takamaru and Eito to meet up in the cafeteria. That means right the F now, mister. Anyways, you know, I have to go tell the others Mistress Hiroko's order must be carried out promptly and efficiently. Darumi bounded away, leaving chaos and confusion in her wake. Another meeting, huh? But it's only us this time. Deadline's tomorrow, so maybe Hiroko wants to discuss that test she mentioned. Well, only one way to find out. Cafeteria, here I come. Was mit den beiden? Chillen die hier? Good morning, Mr. Sumino. We're back.
Huh?
Back? Where'd you go? We were out gathering herbs and grasses. We're pretty good at figuring out which ones are edible. There's been times in our lives when we've had to learn that the hard way. I can't believe we're back to eating grass to survive. The outside world is really something. We found plants I've never even seen before. Don't overdo it or eat anything that could be poisonous, okay? There's no need. Mr. Otsuki has been sneaking us bread on the side. He's such a considerate friend, unlike a certain someone I could mention. Well, excuse me. And excuse us, we must be going. This wild grass salad isn't going to eat itself. Goodbye. Well. Und Zeit zur Cafeteria zu gehen. Ah, you're all here. Ah. You bet we are. I gathered them all up just like you told me. I can see that. You did an admirable job, Darumi. Mistress praised me. Oh my god. Did something happen between those two? Come on, let's hear it. What do you want this time? I want to report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters going? So this was part of your plan. Have you managed to convince them yet? You only have one day left. Well, not all of them, but I think Tsubasa and Gaku are starting to come around. I see, that's good. I didn't expect you to convert all 5, of course, but we can deal with the holdouts later. Deal with them how? True to my original plan, anybody who doesn't have the will to fight will be forced to leave tomorrow. What? Wait a minute. It took a while, but we've made real progress. With just a little more time, I'm sure we can... I'm sorry, but a promise is a promise. I can't go back on my word. But without any protection or battle experience, they'll die out there. If they're not going to contribute to the war effort anyway, what difference does it make? Why does it have to be like this? To defeat the invaders and win the war, naturally. You really think abandoning those guys is gonna make it any easier for us to win? I'm certain of it. I've already pointed out the possibility of them drawing the enemy's attention away from the school for a while. There's also the chance that facing real danger will knock some sense into them and finally bring out their fighting spirit. Those chances are slim, it's not worth the risk. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Allowing victory to elude us would render the risk we've taken and the sacrifice we've made up to now completely meaningless. If you have time to spend worrying about the others, I prefer you spend it training to use the Hemo Anima more effectively. The enemy's commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. When push comes to shove, we all have to be prepared to give our lives. As usual, Hiroko left no room for discussion, leaving us alone to mull over her words and consider our options. Such an ice queen. How could anybody not stand that? Something she said just now bothers me. Aside from the obvious, you mean? Yes, but never mind. It's probably just my imagination. Nothing worth worrying about. What's our next move? Today's our last chance to save those guys.
Hey!
I talked to him one last time. It might not do any good, but it's worth a try. We have to do something, or it'll all be over for them tomorrow. You're right. We can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. I won't let Hiroko force them out either. I'll step in to protect them if I have to. You can't use violence and threats to get people to do what you want. Society just doesn't work like that. Never expected Takuma to be the one to uphold the laws of society. Appearances can be deceiving, I guess. Yeah, no? In the back of my mind, I'd been hoping, really, that Hiroko would go back on her plan and cut the non-fighters some slack. I could see now how foolish I'd been to think that, even if I've managed to change Tsubasa and Gaku's minds, Shoma and the twins will still have to leave. I can't let that happen. I have to try and talk to them at least one last time. I should talk to Shoma, Ima and Kaku before it's too late. Ah ne, da komme ich nicht in den Norden. So. This is Kaku's room. Maybe she'll be more willing to listen to me today. Ding dong. I rang the doorbell and waited. After a little while, the door was pulled open by a shaky, hesitant hand. Brother, dearest, Oh, it's you, Takumi. Sorry if I surprised you. I just wanted to ask you something. Have you made your decision on what you're going to say tomorrow? If you don't agree to fight like the rest of us, you'll have to leave. No, but my brother said he had a plan. He said there's no need for me to fight. Just like he said there's no need for me to ever get married or leave home. I feel like that's a discussion for another day. Okay, but let's put Ima and this plan aside for now. What do you want to do? Me? Was it really that hard of a question? I don't really know. My dear brother usually handles all the big decisions. It's no different now. I have no choice but to go along with what he says. Alright, I guess that's that then. Thank you for coming. Gaku bowed uncertainly and closed the door, being careful to avoid making eye contact the whole time.
Hey!
That's about what I expected. Can't imagine a timid girl like that ever going out on the battlefield. It's Ima's room, let's see if he's around. Ding dong. Rang the bell, a moment later the door was thrown open. Mr. Sumino, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you're still hoping to convert me to your side. How much do you think you can achieve in just one day? Ima, please, at least think about it. I've done all the thinking I need to, Mr. Sumino. My safety is guaranteed, thanks to the plan I've come up with. Oh, right, you mentioned that you had a plan of your own. It's a simple enough solution. All I need is a way for me and my dear sister to remain at the academy without needing to fight. There's no way Hiroko is going to allow that. That's the problem my strategy aims to address.
Hey!
And what is the strategy exactly? Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't tell you that. If you knew about it, it would lose all strategic value. Ima waved me goodbye and closed the door, easy smile devoid of any kind of fear or anxiety. He seems so confident. I hope the secret plan of his isn't anything violent. Shoma. It's Shoma's room. I wonder if he's in. Rang the doorbell and wait. Eventually the door slowly opened. Hello, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence. Well, we're off to a great start here. Hey Shoma, that deadline Hiroko set for you guys is coming up tomorrow, you know? I'm sure you won't reconsider things. At this rate, she really is going to throw you out. Yes, I know. I guess I'll just be thrown out like the trash I am. You don't really want that though, right? You should expect too much from me. I'm so hopelessly inept that me losing is basically a foregone conclusion, no matter what kind of conflict it is. This isn't some kind of physical or psychological shortcoming I can work on and overcome someday. My uselessness is baked into me at a cellular level. I might as well accept my fate. My staying around here would only cause more trouble for everyone. You understand what you're saying, right? Once you get beyond the wall of fire, you'll probably die. Yes, I know. I've accepted that too. I'm so sorry to disappoint you, but it's better to get it over with now. So I don't really let you down later. I'm sorry you had to end up here with someone like me. Shuma bowed his head in a gesture of deep regret and disappeared into the darkness of his room. It's no good. He's too pessimistic for me to convince him now. Talked to all 3 of the remaining non-fighters, but it hasn't done any good. I've done what I can now. I guess I'll just go back to my room. Feeling it would turn out this way, but I'm still not happy about it. Those 3 really are kicked out tomorrow. What will happen to them then? Isn't there anything I can do? Ding dong. Ah, I wonder who could that be? Has one of them changed their mind after all? Es ist wahrscheinlich Darumi. Oder Eito. Wahrscheinlich keiner von denen, oder? Okay, wenn ich jetzt predikten muss, ich sag Eito. Takamaru wäre eine surprise. Hope fluttered in my chest as I went to the door, but when I opened it... Also, ey, ich lag richtig. Hello, Takumi. I have a moment of your time. Oh, hey, Eito. What's up? I wanted to discuss something with you. You know, about Hiroko. What about her? Remember what I told you in the cafeteria this morning? Something Hiroko said back then bothered me. I've been thinking about it, and I'm sure now that it's important. So, what did she say that was so strange? I thought you said it was probably nothing. It was just an excuse. I thought it would be better if I didn't discuss it in front of everyone. What do you mean? I'm almost certain Hiroko is hiding something from us. I'd pressed the matter, we'd have gotten into a big argument. Things are strained enough now as it is. I didn't want to risk escalating them further. I guess that makes sense. What is it that you think she's hiding? I want you to think about what Hiroko told us before she left and see if anything stands out. The enemy's commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. A humanoid invader with this strange transformation was certainly stronger than any other foe we've come up against. But she said commanders. Plural, not singular. Huh? We've never fought an invader like that before or since, but it's not impossible that there are others like it out there. But Hiroko spoke about there being more, as if it was a sure thing. Oh, did you mention it? That is kind of weird. Bear in mind, what I'm about to say is just my own conjecture. But it seems to me that Hiroko views this war differently from the rest of us. Almost like she knows something we don't. Ja, das glaube ich auch. Like she's in on it. That wouldn't be out of the question. She did say she's been fighting the invaders a lot longer than we have. But if the people in charge have told her something, or if she's found out something for herself, what could it be? Only one way to find out. We have to ask her about it ourselves. What? Just like that? There's no way she'll tell us the truth that easily. She'll probably brush the whole thing off. Knowing what she knows will allow us all to make a more informed decision. It makes sense, strategically speaking. If she insists on dodging the issue after that, we can get everyone together and put more pressure on her. We could even make her step down as leader. What? If Hiroko's no longer in charge, she won't have any authority to make the others leave. Not like we voted her into that position to begin with anyway. You're basically suggesting we stage a mutiny. Isn't that a step too far? I don't think it will come to that. Hiroko won't let anything happen that might jeopardize our chance of beating the invaders. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what this information she's hiding is, but if it can help give us a better perspective on the war, we ought to know about it. Might even make the last 3 non-fighters change their minds. That's a chance worth betting on, don't you think? I guess. See, it's in everyone's best interest for Hiroko to share what she knows with us. The thing is, though, she scares me. I'm not great at talking to people anyway. I don't think I could make my case very well. Always feel better around you, Takumi. And you have quite a way with words, so... so that's what this is all about. Alright, I go with you and try to get the truth out of Hiroko. Thank you. I think it's best if we talk in private, just the 3 of us, before involving anyone else. I believe Hiroko in the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor alone. Would you mind coming along with me right now? Sure, no problem. Let's go talk to her. Thank you, Takumi. Hiroko really hiding something? I can only hope she'll be honest with us. If she refuses, things could get complicated. Well, I'm sure it'll work out somehow. Yup. Leisure lounge. Eito said Hiroko was in the leisure lounge. What would she be doing here all on her own? Look, Takumi over there. Eito pointed to the pool. From where we were standing, we could make out the shadow moving in the water. We got closer. Whatever it was, it came to the surface. Then a spray of water across the edge of the pool. Then it was, of course...
Your peeping technique leaves a lot to be desired.
Ich glaube, das ist nicht das, was sie wollten.
What? We weren't peeping. That's right. We wouldn't. That's to say, we didn't.
Why are you both acting so flustered? Does my body really unsettle you that much?
It's not that, it's just...
Get to the point. I know you didn't walk in here by accident. You knew I'd be here, so you must be here to see me. Out with it. What do you want?
We have something very important we want to discuss with you.
Looking respectfully.
Very important.
Also die beiden natürlich, ne?
Alright. Wait here while I go get changed.
Watch Hiroko make her way toward the locker room, the silence broken only by the echo of her wet footsteps. Half an hour later. Thank you for waiting. Now, let's hear this very important matter of yours. My time is precious. Feel free to skip the preamble. Okay, well, there's no easy way to do this. I just got to go for a direct approach. Alright, I'm going to come right out and ask. Hiroko, do you know something about this war? Something the rest of us don't. What makes you think that? And so suddenly too. We figured it out from some of the stuff you've said and done. Plus, if we assume you have information that we don't, it actually explains a lot. Your cold, practical attitude for one, and your dedication to winning at any cost. Is it true? Do you know the truth about this war? About the last Defense Academy? It's not that we consider you an unfit leader or anything, Hiroko. Now that Sirai's gone, there's no doubt you're the best person for the job. But I can't follow someone who insists on keeping us in the dark like this. I'm sure everyone else would feel the same if they knew. That a threat? Are you planning to go behind my back and turn everyone against me? Believe me, I'd rather not have to. Fighting among ourselves could tear this unit apart. And that happens, we'll be in no condition to fight the invaders anymore.
Hey!
We're not trying to start a confrontation here. We're still on your side. We just want to know the truth. Everyone's so confused about what we're doing here and how we got caught up in it. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it takes to win the war and go home. So please, if you know anything that might help explain all of this, I think we have the right to hear it. You've really got me up against the wall here. I can hardly shrug this off with a... And I don't know anything now, can I? I'm impressed. I didn't think you had it in you to grill me this mercilessly. We didn't mean to grill you exactly. You've asked me if I know something about this war. If I have to answer, then... Yes, I do have certain information that you might find relevant. You do? Really? What is it? Is it about what's in the defense room? Or how they chose who to send here? Hold on. Can we go and get the others first? I want everyone to hear this all at once. Maybe better for our morale that way. Dong, ding, dong.
Howdy, soldiers.
Well,
It's time
to hit the hay.
You never know when the invaders
Yep.
might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then,
Good night.
Good night.
Ah.
The nighttime announcement. I didn't realize how late it was. We'd be up all night if we tried to call a meeting now. Maybe we should pick this up again tomorrow morning. That's right with you, Hiruko. I'll tell everyone to meet up in the cafeteria, like we did before. Very well, you're right. It's best that everyone hears this firsthand. You're not going to go back on this? You haven't left me with much choice. Besides, I haven't been hiding this information because it reflects badly on me or anything like that. I just thought it might be better to spare you from such a harrowing truth. Harrowing? It's that bad. You should tell everyone that was the reason for hiding it too. Trust us, whatever this truth might be, I'm confident we can handle it. We've made it this far, and most of us have made up our minds. Put our lives on the line. Our resolve won't be shaken so easily. Alright, I'll trust you. Just be aware that it's a long story and you may not like what you hear. The fact that I've kept this secret from you for this long should give you an idea of how bad it is. Yes, I'll tell everyone to prepare themselves for the worst. I never really thought it would turn out like this. But it's a relief that I finally get it off my chest. I'm going to sleep well tonight. A bit later, Hiruko was already halfway to the door. Before she could leave, I called after her. Wait, can I ask you one last thing? What is it? Very serious about the deadline tomorrow? Were you really going to force the non-fighters to leave? You've said time and time again you didn't care if they died. You mean that? The way you talked about protecting us from the truth right now, I find hard to believe that you're really that heartless. My primary goal is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. Despite those words, Hiruko clearly didn't intend to loosen up anytime soon. She continued on her way back to us the whole time. Hiruko. She's not so bad after all. Just a little clumsy when it comes to expressing her feelings. Eito and I didn't stick around for long after that. We'd done all we came to do and it was getting late. We went back to our own rooms. I'm glad we finally we figured things out, but what about this harrowing truth Hiruko mentioned? Whatever it is, it's made her obsessed with winning this war, but it's also something she thought we'd be happier not knowing about. What could be that terrible? What is this big secret? Well, ich frage mich halt auch, was es sein kann. Ich hab keine Idee. Ich hoffe, es ist etwas, was komplett outlandish ist und unpredictable. No use thinking about it now. By this time tomorrow, she'll have told us everything. Better to go to bed so I can fresh up for the meeting in the morning. Well, and so ended my 15th day at Last Defense Academy. 16th day would bring out the development none of us were expecting. One that would have considerable effect on our war effort going forward. Loading, saving. Day 16. Oh. Oh nein. I've checked all around the side of the wall of fire. There's no sign of her anywhere. She's not in her room either. I've looked at a bunch of classrooms, but she's not in any of them. Sorry for being so useless. I don't understand this. Damn it, where the hell is she? Oh 9. Hiruko had disappeared. Today was supposed to be the day. She told us all about what she had been hiding. When we got to the cafeteria that morning, Hiruko wasn't there. We waited long enough that we started to get worried. First rang the doorbell outside the room, but there was no answer. That's when we knew something wasn't right. We decided to split up and search the school for her. Es war Ima, oder? Das war doch the Syscon Kokichi. We scoured every inch of the academy, but failed to find any clue as to her whereabouts. After that, we tried looking outside. Followed the wall of fire all the way around, but still didn't find anything. Hiruko was gone, vanished without a trace. Where'd you go, mistress? Safe to say she isn't anywhere on school grounds. That just leaves one explanation. She must have gone outside the wall. No, that's not possible, I mean. Both fire extinguishers are still in the entrance hall. She couldn't have gotten out without using one of them. And where is she? Why'd she pick now to pull a disappearing act? And where said Hiruko was hiding something else, right? Some kind of secret about the wall. Isn't it weird that she went missing right before she could tell us? It's the same as what happened with Sirei. Yeah, you mean we're going to find her chopped up and stuffed in a trash can somewhere? She got fridged. Damn. Don't say that, you're gonna make me a... If Miss Shizuhara is gone, that means her fight or leave ultimatum no longer applies, right, Dubisus? I mean, nobody's going to want to test us while all this is going on. The rest of you don't even know what the test is going to be, right? Right? Shut the hell up, man! Why are you acting so happy? Wait a minute, Ima. Didn't you say you had a plan to get out of fighting or having to leave? What's the matter? You don't think I had something to do with this, do you? Have a little faith, Mr. Sumino. I'm sad to say my secret plan was a total bust. Miss Shizuhara disappeared before I had the chance to spring it on her. Maybe this is redundant at this point, but just what was your plan? I was going to seduce her. Didn't I mention I'm a master in the art of love? Excuse me? Back in the complex, I'm pretty well known in certain circles. Practically a celebrity. The financial aid of my many kind friends is what allowed me to put food on the table for me and my dear sister when times got tough. I'm sorry, everyone. You know, my dear brother's aura makes him seem pure and chaste, but... So you were gonna put the moves on Hiruko and get her to let you off the hook that way? Exactly. Would have been the perfect plan. Only I could have pulled off. There's so many problems with that. I don't know where to start. But I've got more important things to worry about right now. I didn't do anything to Hiruko. Then where is she? If the school got attacked now, we'd be in real trouble. Yeah, we've got no Sirei, no Hiruko. Real total crap fest. Let's try to not get sidetracked with the worst case scenarios. Maybe we should search the school again.
Hey!
Yeah, it's about the only thing we can do right now. Wow. We wandered around the academy looking for Hiruko for the rest of the day. By the time the sun went down, we'd made no progress whatsoever. We were starting to get desperate. Dong, ding, dong.
Howdy, soldiers.
Yep.
It's time to hit the hay. You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then,
Good night. Yep. It's terrible. We'd finally reached an understanding with Hiruko, and now she's gone. She couldn't have just disappeared. She has to be around here somewhere. Your fire extinguishers haven't been used, so we know she hasn't gone outside the wall. She's still on school grounds. She has to be. Let's look around one more time. Wait, Takumi. It's late. Getting dark. We'll have a better chance of finding something in the morning. it's important we take time to rest too. If there's some other crisis after this, last thing we need is to be sleep deprived during it. He's right, we can't spend all night searching and risk the next attack taking us by surprise. We need to conserve our stamina, so we'll be ready to fight when the time comes.
Hey!
Alright, you win. Let's call it a day. Who knows, maybe tomorrow Hiroko will come back like nothing ever happened and she'll explain everything. Anything's possible, I guess. I let everyone know we are done for today. You can go back to your room. Sleep well. See you in the morning. She'll be back tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. Even as I said this, I knew the chances of such a miracle were practically zero. I slept fitfully that night, one easy to really relax. Anytime things started to go our way here, those hopes were squashed almost immediately. Was it just the kind of place Last Defense Academy was? Day 17. Wieder Nixer. Oh man. As soon as we were all up, we resumed the search for Hiroko. We started with the school interior. Nothing. Wieder das Outside, auch nix. Wie zu erwarten. Then we split into groups and checked outside, everywhere we could reach. Right up to the wall of fire, still nothing. It's obvious now that Hiroko wasn't going to just show up out of nowhere. She disappeared, utterly and completely. Another day, and we didn't find anything. This bullshit, man. People just don't blip out of existence like this. We've been as full as we can, but there's still no sign of her. That means she really did go outside the wall. What about the fire extinguishers though? You can't just get out using one of them, right? You can't get out without using one of them, right? Yeah, I'm sure of that much. And where could she be? Maybe she could get kicked out of the server. She might have lost her connection because of sunspots or something. Can I say something? Listen up, everyone. My darling sister's about to grace us with her word of wisdom. You can do it, sister dearest. I think I spotted an inconsistency in your logic just now. Something that doesn't quite add up. What is this inconsistency you spotted, Kako? It could be nothing, but... What if using the fire extinguishers isn't the only way to get past the undying flames? Huh? Hiroko was keeping secrets, right? You knew things that we don't. What if that included a way out of the school that none of us have noticed yet? A way out? It's like back in the complex. You end up finding shortcuts and stuff in your neighborhood as you grow up and get to know it better. That's right, none of us even considered that possibility. You're a genius, sister dearest. If only we'd gotten to know Miss Shizuhara better. She might have agreed to smuggle us out with her. She left and went back to the TRC on her own. Hey moron, this Hiroko we're talking about. She was more serious about beating the invaders than any of us. That could have been an act for all we know. This is the only explanation that covers all the facts. Actually, I know of something else that might explain it. Oh, really? What's the other explanation you thought of, Kako? There's a difference between this disappearance and the last one. Hiroko was one of us. She couldn't detonate the bombs inside us like Sirei could. Oh, I see. So any one of us could be the culprit here. If one of us killed her, carried the body outside the wall of fire, then came back after disposing of it. That would account for there still being 2 fire extinguishers here, wouldn't it? What? Since the corpse recovery rounds don't work outside school grounds, they wouldn't have detected her death or brought her back to revive her. And it would be like Miss Shizuhara and had vanished into thin air. Outstanding, sister dearest. You thought of everything. Wait a minute. You really think Hiroko was murdered by one of us? Who was it? Which one of you killed her? Oh hey, don't look at me. We don't even know for sure if that's what happened. No, it's the only explanation that makes sense. Mistress Hiroko would never run off and abandon us, and she wouldn't let any second-rate invaders do her an evil. But she'd let her gun around one of us. That'd be all the killer would need to get the jump on her. Don't talk like that, Darumi. We're not murderers. None of us would turn on a friend. Are you sure about that? We've only known each other for a couple of weeks, and you don't know what everyone's capable of. Maybe, but still. My beloved Mistress Hiroko had been taken away from me, and in such a cruel way too. I need to honor her memory by enjoying this paranoia-filled atmosphere to the max. That's your takeaway from all this? Please, it was only a theory. There's no firm evidence to support it. Right, just a theory, just one possibility. You've explained yourself really well, Kako. I think this is the most we've heard you talk since we got here. This is her field of interest, after all. Dong, ding, dong, nighttime, huh?
At ease,
Or
soldiers.
just, it's time to hit the hay.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then.
Good night.
Good night.
Huh. There goes the nighttime announcement. Another day is coming to an end. Both those theories mean Hiroko could have left school grounds. Looking outside the wall is starting to sound like a better idea, don't you think? Let's save that for tomorrow. We're not likely to find anything in the dark. But if she really did have a secret way out, she's probably miles away by now. We'll find her. Piece of her anyway. Hey, you think we can shove the parts in the revival-matic? Maybe it'll still work if they're a little rotten. No, the menu was clear about that. It has to be used immediately after that, a few minutes at most. That won't matter if Hiroko's still alive. I sincerely believe that she is. I don't think discussing things any further will help us at this point. Let's take a break and get some sleep. Tomorrow we'll come up with a plan and take action. Right, that's probably best approach. The group dispersed, all of us exhausted and demoralized from another day of fruitless searching. Made our way back to our rooms in heavy sullen silence. Okay. As tired as I felt, I found it hard to sleep that night. I just couldn't switch off. Where was Hiroko? How and why did she disappear so completely? We'd gone over a couple of possibilities today, but I wasn't willing to believe either of them now yet. Hiroko running away, one of us killing her, each sounded just as impossible as the other. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Hansi is never sacrificed. There's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. I don't think she was lying then. Why would she leave us so suddenly? I didn't come up with any answers that night, but I did eventually drift off. Sleep gave me no relief. Thoughts of Hiroko and what might have happened to her haunted my dreams. It went on and on like that for a while. Time seemed to lose all meaning. I could have slept several hours, or only a few minutes. All of a sudden my eyes flickered open, my body felt hot, something was wrong. I glanced around, trying to get my bearings. It couldn't be morning already, it was still dark out. Then, I caught sight of something in the corner of my eye that had me springing to my feet. Hey guys.
What the?
It's back.
You! What are you doing here?
I could barely speak, fear and confusion were making my throat seize up.
Who are you? What are you? Why are you in my room?
Sieht aber schon ein bisschen ähnlich aus wie Eito, aber ist es nicht Eito. Trying to speak again, but I still can't make anything out. It's just the same as last time. What is this thing?
Are you an invader? Why do you keep attacking the school? What do you want from us? I know there's something here, but what is it? I can't hear you.
Der Geist sollte Handzeichen
At
machen.
least talk in a way I can understand.
And it's getting me nowhere.
Did you do something to Hiroko? Wait, no, not just her. What happened to Sire? Was that you too? What did you...
Ah.
Hey!
He's got more apparently inside the alarm.
Intruder alert.
Aha.
Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds.
Gut, ich hätte gesagt, wir callen die Folge hier und machen den Intruder Alert in der nächsten Folge. Also dann, wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Und nochmal ein Shoutout an Princess Ria, aka Kira. Ciao.